All right, hey everybody, welcome to the CRYPTID Campaign Closeout. I was going to say comic book radio, but it's not a comic book radio show tonight. I am your host, Peter Cimetti, and man, oh man, I gotta tell you, thank you guys so much. The campaign is closing technically tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day that you could back it, so you still have time. But tomorrow's a really big day, and I'm going to get into that in a second, so I'm not going to have time to do a dedicated closeout stream. So this is kind of the gist of it. I'm going to be talking about what's available on the campaign right now, because I've re-added a bunch of perks that you may have missed out on. I got a couple of things here and there, so I decided to just re-add them. Otherwise, we're going to be putting the remaining bit of it on the next campaign. And then I also am going to be previewing Comic Book Newsstand, the next alternate campaign. I'm going to be talking about the current alternate campaign, which is going to go to print in about 2 weeks, I'd say. And then fulfillment will probably take 2 to 3 weeks. Nowhere near the giant, I think, month and a half fulfillment of CRYPTID. So you guys will have those books soon. And then we'll be back on course again to get those other books that are going to be in the alternate campaign. We'll get those to you around late August, early September. So the CRYPTID campaign was a beast of a campaign. I mean, this is the most backers we've ever had. This was an alternate record setter. It's currently at 41,152 with 1,329 backers on board. We just got an influx of about 20-something backers over the past couple of days. I'm going to be finishing up fulfillment on this on June 2nd and 3rd. Everything will go out by Saturday. Currently, everything for this campaign, if you already contributed a while ago or weeks ago, that's already either in your house right now or in the mail. So all this new stuff going out is from people that have contributed over the past couple of days. But again, I'm going to get to what's going on. But before that, I do want to say hello to you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. We have Seer of All That Is Obvious, The Space for Rent. Hey, speaking of which, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the alternate videos, I've decided on Alternate Comics channel and on my own channel, no more ads. No more ads, YouTube. I've chosen to demonetize all the videos. And the reason for that is because, quite frankly, I'm sick of seeing the ads. I'm sure you guys are too. So if you enjoy the content on either this channel or the alternate channel, please feel free to take a membership. You could 99 cents a month or whatever, or leave a super chat every now and then if you particularly enjoy a show. Otherwise, this content is going to be ad-free. I'm sure that eventually we're going to have political ads all over the place. And I don't want to subject you guys to that. I don't want to be subjected to it. So, nice, pleasant viewing experience. But what I am going to do every now and then is we'll have a break, maybe around the half hour or 1 hour mark. And we'll have a 30-second or 1 minute commercial spot for some of the indie comics out there. They're sending me their trailers, a couple people. And we'll show those every now and then. But otherwise, these videos are ad-free. Kier says, Happy CRYPTID Day, indeed. This is, like I said, this is the closeout stream for this, even though technically it's closing out tomorrow. Jaded One, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Seer says, Roller Boogie. Oh, a comment on the intro song. Indeed. Stato, what's up, Stato? Evening. Hope you're doing well. We got Dr. Mask here, too. This is Hail Pete, Hail Alterna, Hail CRYPTID. Hail. It's almost summer. Jefferson Roswell, waka waka. Congrats on a great book and campaign. Thank you, Jefferson. Really appreciate all of your support on this. All of you guys, thank you so much for your support on this. You guys have made it what it is, and what a thing it is. Thank you guys very much. So much more to come. So much more. I'm going to share some of that tonight too. Fritzy Schnitzel. Thank you for the laugh with that. That name cracked me up. I've read the first 3 issues. We'll be reading the 4th soon. I'm very impressed. These are well-made, beautiful books. I'm excited to see where the story goes. Well, thank you, Fritzy Schnitzel. Appreciate that. There's so much more on the way. Like I said, I've got a ton of stories to tell, and I'm going to keep trying to raise the bar as we progress within this series. There's lots of characters on the way, lots of storylines. There's all kinds of great stuff coming down the pipe, and it's so tough not to talk about all of it and give all of it away because I'm so excited about it. But there's things that are planned for like 5 or 6 years down the road already, and I gotta be content with just laying the groundwork, laying that foundation right now, and then in 5 or 6 years you'll be like, oh my Lord, especially if you've been sticking with it the whole time. At that point, you'll come back and be like, hey, I think I remember him saying something about that 5 or 6 years ago, 20 or 30 issues ago, and it's all culminating into this now. All these little breadcrumbs and Easter eggs here and there. There's already a couple in the first 4 issues that are going to lead to something else. Let's see. Black Hot Cinephile, what's up? Kier, thank you. Kier, you helped make this possible, man, and I'm so happy to have you on board for the future issues of this series. What can I say? Fantastic work, and it's been amazing working with you, man. Thank you very much. Fritzy says, the colors are especially good. I hate the way most books are colored today, but King Cryptid is gorgeously colored. Yeah, it's just a comic book, man. And I know it's so crazy to say something like that and go, well, what do you mean? It's a comic book for people who love comic books. And for people who don't know that they love comic books just yet. That's every single thing I love about comics, horror, the unknown, paranormal, whatever it may be, is going into King Cryptid. And putting my heart and soul into it, and everyone that's working on it too with me is doing the same. Amazing work from all the artists coming on board, and even some of the great artists on board for the next issues, 5 to 9, and that campaign will launch at the end of June. Gerald, what's up, Gerald Lang? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining tonight. Fritzy again says, interesting story, great character design, beautiful to look at. King Cryptid has rekindled my love of comic books. Holy smokes, man! Wow. Thank you very much. I mean, it's crazy to me, but I've had so many people sending me emails and messages about this book. I've gotten probably 60 to 70 overall, and it's blown me away, man. Thank you guys so much. Some of the comments are literally like this, and saying that they're falling in love with comics all over again, and being reminded of what comics can be in terms of the way they used to be. These ongoing stories, episodic, you can enjoy a story, but they all kind of still tie into each other. You don't have to necessarily have read all the issues that came before, but it enriches the story you're reading currently if you did. It's just the way things were for the longest time, and it made a lot of organic world building, and you could put all these new characters in there and play off these situations, and it just made the story and the world and the characters so much fun. Things kind of becoming so event driven, or comics being treated more like movies as opposed to I always view graphic novels as movies, and comics as single issue stories, like an episode on a TV show. And comics moving more towards being told like they're movies and having these drawn out plots and things like that, I've never found it conducive to the format. Leave that for the graphic novel, where you can sit down and, I mean, imagine watching a movie and it's split into like 5 parts, like 5 half-hour segments, and then they get released like one at a time over Lord knows how long sometime. That's not what long-form storytelling is all about. You're going to sit down and enjoy it. Otherwise, if it's a short episode or whatever it may be, tell the story you need to tell within the time or the page count allotted, and do that. Which reminds me, I'll say it now. Speaking of Kier, so Kier was going to work with me on King Cryptid numbers 10, 11, and 12. And those were going to be the storyline, the first story arc of King Cryptid, called Killer King. It's going to be a 3-issue arc. I thought about it, and I thought, I don't need to do that. And what I mean by that is this. Now, Kier's still going to work with me on it, of course. But I was thinking about it, and I thought, why don't I just make it this king-sized issue? Make it a big issue. So like with a couple ads, it'll be like a 64-pager. And just this way, someone doesn't have to read, issues 10, 11, and 12. They could sit down and read the one big king-sized issue. And then also the beauty of that is that on the campaign that we do, I can have issue 10 be the Killer King story, that bigger king-sized issue. And then 11 be a different issue, 12 be a different issue, and 13, if I do 13. I might not. I have to weigh that because 10 will be so big. But I might. So that means I could do 2 other stories in there instead of just having the story arc. I loved it. I loved the idea, and of course, because I came up with it, I guess. And then Kier really loved the idea, and he was excited about it. So we'll treat it like that. Whereas instead of having story arcs, because I was going to do that with a couple of stories and have like a 2 or a 3-parter, I'll just make a bigger issue, Why not? And then this way, you guys don't have to necessarily have a story that's broken up. You can have a story every now and then that's a little bit longer. And because we dive deeper into certain aspects, I'll get into that when the time comes, because issue 10 is 2 years from now. So we have time. But instead of doing that, 10, 11, and 12, it'll be one king-sized issue for 10. And that'll be the Killer King story. And then I believe Kier had called it a Killer King-size King Cryptid. And then we'll have issue 11. I don't want to tease at it yet. I already know what it's going to be, 11 and 12. Again, because these are 2 years from now. But issue 11 will pick up where issue 8 leaves off. And you guys will know about issue 8. I'll talk about that in a bit too. And then issue 12 will be a completely standalone type thing. Issue 11 could be treated like a standalone as well, but it's kind of just picking up a little bit where certain plot lines leave and lead as well. And then maybe we can get to 13. I would like to get to 13, but if not, it works perfectly for what I have in mind for the campaign after that. But yeah, I think it'd be better to put that big issue out there. Hopefully you guys feel the same way. K Manifesto, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining the show tonight. Logan Effling, what's up, Logan? Says new national holiday just dropped. Yeah, King Cryptid Day. Cole King says, good to see you, brother. Good to see you too, Cole. Thank you very much for backing the campaign again too, and picking up a bunch of the things you might have missed out on the first time around. Black Hat Cinephile says, I was rejected for monetization. I'm okay with that. I'm an artist, not a YouTuber. You could play young me in a movie. Ah, no way. Interesting. Yeah, good looking fella, huh? So we got Rick Saylor here too. What's up, Rick? I'm still trying to say hello to everybody in between me talking about things here and there. Thank you for joining, Rick. Let's see. We got Edwin, Raid of the White Leopard. Edwin Acevedo. What's up, Edwin? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining the show tonight too. Let's see. Dr. Mask, Hakamak Swamp playset. Oh, I wish, hey, maybe one day, right? That'd be fun to see. Toys, action figures, and playsets and whatnot. But the comics come first. Logan Effling says, it really does exude your passion. It's brilliance that's contagious. Well done, Pete. Thank you so much, Logan. Man, oh man. Kind words. Thank you. Matt says, read this a few weeks ago. Such a great book. Well written, well drawn. So good. Yeah, Christian Rossi did a beautiful job on issue 1. Nick Hunter on issue 2. Alex Jovich on 3, and Kier Covington with Christian Rossi on colors for issue 4. Issue 5, we're going to see Nick Hunter come back again. He's going to be tackling the White Mountain Yeti. Issue 6, we're going to have Frankie B. Washington. We're going to see King Cryptid square off against the Dragon Vanderkin. There's a big storyline that weaves with a couple others on that issue, and we might not... Some of you guys are smart, so some of you guys might pick up on some of the things happening in that issue. Others may not. It might become a surprise later on, but I think some of you guys might pick up on a few things. Then issue 7, Nick Hunter comes back again for a black and white issue with Wendy the Werewolf and William the Wolf. That's going to be a real fun issue. We start off in Dogtown, Massachusetts, around, I'd say around 1820. I believe it's 1819, but it might be 1820. And then we flash forward and we see what's happened with these individuals. Real fun issue. Nick Hunter's doing a great job on that. And then issue 8, we have Alex Jovich coming back again, and we revisit with that flashback. We go this time to 1987 on the night of Halloween, and we see what Eric, Jeff, and their friends Ernie and Linda are up to. It's Halloween night. They've got Halloween outfits on, you know. My favorite is probably Ernie's. Ernie is dressed as a Jedi, and he's got his mom's bathrobe, and he's got sweats on, and he's colored his stickball bat to look like a lightsaber. That's a fun issue. We get into that a bit. Has to do with alien abduction in that issue. And then issue 4, we go and we have Puckwudgies, unfortunately, terrorizing King Cryptid, and that's issue 9. With I might have said issue 4, issue 9. I gotta retrain myself with what I'm talking about. Issue 9 with Kier Covington coming back, and the Puckwudgies are just shape-shiftery little trickster bastards, and they unfortunately play some pretty mean tricks on King Cryptid, and we see what happens with them and what their story is about. But we have a lot to get into with those characters, so King Cryptid's got his hands full. He's going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. We've got a lot of stories to tell. That's issue 5 to 9, so 5 issues on the next campaign. K Manifesto, thank you for the super chat. $10 is thanks for all you do, people. Thank you, K Manifesto, for that immense kindness and for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Status says I'd be up for a king-sized issue. Yeah, it's I felt like, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. I kind of didn't like the idea of a story arc anyway, because I wanted this to be episodic, and I was like, well, how do I do that? And then it's like, duh, make a bigger issue. So we'll do that, and so there we have it. You know, of course, the price tag will be commiserate with the size of a triple-sized issue, but it'd be the same thing as if you bought those 3 issues anyway. So I think it'd make perfect sense, and it fits. It fits. It's great for the story. You don't have to put down one issue, pick up another issue, and you know. And even when I tell it, I don't have to have any kind of a recap. Now, I would never do a recap where it's a page telling you, you know, previously in King Cryptid. I hate wall of text recaps in comics. It's a comic book. Make it into the story, you know, but so I would have to have a character talking to King Cryptid, or King Cryptid's thoughts about what had previously happened in the issue before. But I'm not going to need to do that. So now I could just tell the story through. And so it works better in that respect. And then it'll also be a better experience too for you guys as readers. It works out for everybody. Just like, yeah, in a way, just like an annual. Yeah, annuals kind of usually tend to tell a story that seems to be outside of continuity. Sometimes they're completely outside of continuity. But in a way, it'll have that feel at the very least. And yeah, Killer King Cryptid sized. But yeah, I can't wait to get to that again. That's 2 years from now. But one thing at a time, one issue at a time. Let's see, we got Lion Mill here. What's up, Lion Mill? Lion Mill sent me a great King Cryptid. Goodness, I'm so sorry I forgot to take a picture of that, man. I'll take a picture tomorrow. You've already taken a lot of videos and pictures of it too, but you did a great job. Really appreciate it, man. It was awesome to see. Dr. Mask has brilliant matching of artists to stories. We're going to keep that up too. I want to play up to the strengths of each artist. That's very, very important. I think that makes the stories just pop, brings them better to life, you know. Gerald says, I'm wrapping up a 3D printed figure for my character. If he is up for more work, I'll pass his contact info on to you for a King Cryptid future campaign figure perk. Oh, a 3-inch figure. Yeah, I would love to do that. Maybe even like 2 campaigns or so from now. That would be really cool. Let's see. When will King Cryptid be available on the Alterna site? All right, so that's something I've been wrestling with about. Now, it's gonna technically be available on the Alterna site. After I thought about it, I thought, if I'm gonna do the Alterna campaign, I mean, if I'm gonna have the King Cryptid campaign on the Alterna site and on Indiegogo, and I'm offering issues 1 to 4 and the blank variant as well on the Indiegogo as add-ons, I'm gonna then end up having those also on the Alterna site. And this is something I didn't think about before because I'm so used to having pre-order campaigns solely on Indiegogo. So I guess technically speaking, it'll be available on the Alterna site then at the end of June. Yeah, when the campaign launches. It's still, and I'm wrestling with it too. I'm wrestling with the idea of, do I still put the issues and stagger them out with the pre-orders because some people wanted to do that. I may or may not, because they'll already have been on the site at that point. So it's a little bit trickier when it comes to this. So, but right now, technically, they're going to be available on the site in June. But of course, you're not going to get any of the bonuses that came with this campaign. So if you do order those, you're not going to get any of the posters. You're not going to get any of the trading cards. If you ordered $50 or more, you pledge $50 or more on this campaign, and you could still do that too tonight if you needed to or wanted to pledge a little bit more and get the coin for free. $50 or more, if you spend that, even with shipping, you get that coin. So like, you're not going to get any of those bonuses if you order on the site later on. And then also, if you pre-order with the new King Cryptid issues and you don't select separate shipping, and I think pay an upcharge, a slight, I think it's a $5 extra upcharge on shipping, then you also would have to wait for when everything ships. Unless, of course, if you order something later on. It gets complicated. This was kind of why I didn't want to end up doing a lot of pre-ordering on the Alterna site. But I'm listening to you guys, and you guys would rather pre-order on there. There's still people who do pre-order on Indiegogo. I would rather you pre-order also on the Alterna site, but it does kind of complicate things, but only very minimally. But either way, just letting you guys know, it is sort of kind of complicated. It's even still a little difficult for me to properly explain. Stato says, gotta fly. Congratulations on the success of King Cryptid. Always looking forward to the next batch of issues. I knew this one would be a big book. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Stato. Really appreciate it. And I'm glad you really enjoyed those issues too. Yeah, the coin is sweet. It came out really good. I'm going to have a New England, well, I'll just say it, the Necro, right? New England Cryptid Research Organization. I'm going to have that as a coin on the next campaign. Let's see, Fritzy says, New England is famous for rock formations, most of which are left over from European settlers. Some are older and unexplained. Is that going to factor into the granite beast we met in issue 2? Yes, down the line. That's the thing, is there's so many plots I'm going to be weaving and getting back to and building on. We're also going to be visiting eventually America's Stonehenge, which used to be used and is still kind of somewhat referred to as Mystery Hill. We're going to be visiting that area, an area that was said to have been settled by Celtic Druids at one point in time, but maybe they think it's Phoenicians. It's got no matter what, it's got a pretty old history to it, several thousand years. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the New England area. There's even more than that. But then eventually we're also going to get outside of New England a bit too for a couple issues, and I'll explain that when the time comes. Again, there's so much to this series. If you are a big fan of ancient archaeology, even things like ancient aliens, the paranormal, the unknown, things that are unexplained, if you're a fan of any of that, you're going to get some of the Easter eggs. You probably already did get some of the hints and the Easter eggs in the first 4 issues, but there's even more to build on. Tons of stories. There's a lot we're going to get to. So if this is something you're interested in, not only is it a fun adventure, supernatural hero comic, but there's also a lot of stuff that's grounded in events that have occurred over the course of time. So it's something that I think you guys would be interested in. If you're not familiar with it, no better day than today to look up some of the stuff that you find that I'm talking about in some of the issues and see if they actually happen. I know some of the people that picked up issue 3 on the campaign were looking up some of the things that I had talked about in that issue and were kind of shocked that those were referencing real events. So there's things like that. Hockomock Swamp's a real place. That's in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. That's in issue 4. There's all kinds of stuff. We got the Mount Washington Observatory that's in the White Mountains. We're going to have that play an integral part in the series. We're actually going to visit that in issue 5 with the White Mountain Yeti. So there's all kinds of different things and places and real events and real things through history that are going to be mentioned, and current geography. Eventually on the campaign, whether it's 2 or 3 years from now, I'm still deciding. It might be 3 years from now. I'm going to have a map of New England and have a bunch of the different spots where certain issues took place. I'm going to have a graphic for those issues. And, this way you can kind of see, like, where did King Cryptid fight the Granite Beast? Where did, you got Huckamuck Swamp where Broog is at. You got him down there. And it'd be a nice, cool map of various things that have occurred in King Cryptid. Let's see. So Fritzy says we've got to get Pete on Coast to Coast AM to promote. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love that. I love listening to Jimmy Church at Fade to Black too. That'd be awesome to converse with him at one point or another. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in there. This is, like I said, it's combining my love of comics and everything else that's inspired me with storytelling my whole life. I'm putting right into this series. And if you dig that stuff too, and I know a lot of people do, you'll find something extra with it. And if you don't dig any of it and you're just there for some fun stories, then that's great too. Dr. Masks has got to visit America's Stonehenge last summer. Very cool. Had a good time. Yeah, it's an interesting area. And I don't know if when you were there, if you picked up on any kind of energies or anything like that. But whenever I'm there, it's a very calming area for me in particular. And I've talked to a bunch of people who've been there too, and it's an oddly calming area. Like, you can feel the history that was there. You can feel the people that were there before. And it's such a shame that we have so much nowadays where people that kind of they just poo-poo all of that stuff, and it's so, in a way, it's so disrespectful to not just the people of the past, but to ourselves as human beings, to kind of shun that part of us. I fully embrace that when I'm telling King Cryptid stories. I've said it before with a lot of this stuff, where I'll be doing my work to kind of cross-reference and research the fact that I'm getting things right when I reference things. And I'll look up certain areas and I'll find out the stuff that I'm writing about in a fictional way is actually kind of almost like nonfiction, because there's events that have occurred and have happened that I didn't even know I was referencing. So I don't know if I'm tapping into the ether or whatever it is. I swear to you, I'm not on any kind of, any kind of hallucinogenics or anything when I'm writing. That's not my thing. But it's crazy how these stories come to me, and then when I reference them, I find things that make sense and things that add up. The craziest one for me was Huckamuck Swamp. Huckamuck Swamp literally meaning in Algonquin, a place where spirits dwell, and it's a sacred site, a real lot of weird paranormal history there. Not necessarily evil per se, but some dark energies because of the things that have happened over the years. And we worked that into King Cryptid issue 4 with Broog. Broog is kind of the culmination of a lot of that. And there's more. We're gonna be seeing Broog again. He's not really something you could kill. He's the swamp. You can kind of subdue him, like King Cryptid tried or did, or I don't know. Did he? You got to read issue 4. But you can't really kill Broog. It'd be like saying, you can kill the wind. You can't really kill the wind. It's this elemental force in a way. But Broog has kind of been turned into something the way that he is because of the events that have transpired in that area. See, Dr. Mask says it did make me think. You can't learn about it and feel like how much stuff have they been wrong about. Makes you wonder about those people and what drove them. Yeah, absolutely. It should get the wheels turning. So much nowadays is about, we see it all over the place. It's about not thinking and not, just accept what you're told. And it really shuts off a part of what makes us innately human and what makes human beings so different from any other being on the planet. and to lose that ability is such a shame. So you know, when I'm going in there and I'm telling these stories and I'm thinking about what to write about and what kind of characters to put in and what's inspiring me, I make sure to explore some of those themes. Never at the expense of the story and the characters, though, because they come first. But always with the hope that these things maybe, you know, mention something here or there or whatever it may be, and maybe it'll get the wheels turning when you guys are reading and you're anticipating how certain characters are going to react to certain things, maybe where they'll go, maybe where certain events will happen. Like, I love the fact that Fritzy brings that up about the various petroglyphs and the rocks and everything like that. And that basically, am I going to talk about that in the future? Am I going to bring up some of that? And I love the fact that readers are thinking about that. Anyway, so King Cryptid right now is at, let's see, let me refresh it. Is at 41,172 with 1,330 backers on board. All right, now let's get into the nitty gritty. Enough of me. I could do this all night and just talk about the character and the stories all night, but that's not why we're technically here. So on this campaign, it is closing tomorrow night, but there's a couple things that have been added here. Now, for the main perks, we still have issues 1 to 4 and the blank. That's $15. We've got the build your own bundle. I'm going to get to that in a second so you guys can see everything that's available still and some things that have been added. The digital bundle's available for $5. So if you're overseas, you want to save on shipping or whatever, or even if you just like digital comics, go for it. We got them on what looks like simulated newsprint, so they're fun to read. That's $5. That's there as a perk. No shipping, of course. King Cryptid #1, the blank bundle, has 5 copies of the blanks. So if you're an artist out there, you want to make money off the campaign, you can purchase this bundle and hopefully sell these and immediately make your money back, probably just selling one. Go for it. So we got that up there. The King Cryptid Collector case is up there as well. And then also now I want to get into the add-ons. Okay, so the add-ons, let's check it out here. Let me make sure that it's still sharing the screen. Okay, it is. Good. So the add-ons, we've got the trading card still, but if you contribute, you automatically get the trading card if you're a physical perk backer. If you do order the trading card, what I do is I give you a regular trading card, and then I give you a signed trading card. So this way, you're not just getting 2 of the same trading card. I'm going to sign one. So that'll be that. We got King Cryptid 1, 2, 3, and 4. I sign all of these. I sign the issues, so don't worry about that not happening. And then we have the trading card binder, and also 1 to 4. Now, the things that have been added. So we've got the blank variant here, and we got the blank bundle. Aaron says hello off screen. And then we've also got the chair, which is a graphic novel. I did that a while ago, and then it got turned into a film. It's got Roddy Piper in it. It was his last feature film before he passed away. Roddy was great. If you want to check that out, go for it. Some of you guys have, which is fantastic and much appreciated. Now, the things that have been added, 100% new again. And I say that because of the fact that these were all full moon and new moon specials. So on the upcoming King Cryptid campaign, we're going to do that too. Now, as you guys know, many of you have read King Cryptid at this point. His powers sort of ebb and flow with the phases of the moon. He's at his strongest on a full moon. He's at his weakest on a new moon. And that's because of the fact that his moonstone gets powered by the rays of the moonbeams. So when the light of the moon is out, and we're going to get to some issues where it's a cloudy night. Might be a full moon, but it's not going to help him out. Anyway, so that's why we did this with the full moon and the new moon. On the upcoming campaign, I'm going to keep it true to form. So the full moon and the new moon perks will actually be 3 days instead. And there's always 3 days with each lunar cycle. So on this, we had the full moon specials and the new moon specials. If you missed them at the time, many of them are gone, but I still have a couple of these things left over, and it's in the add-on sections only. So if you did miss out on these, we got the window cling, we got the 3-inch flat magnet, We've got the Necro sticker and the pin. We've got the glow-in-the-dark sticker as well with King Cryptid's face in front of the full moon. That was Christian Rossi's artwork there. We've got the 2-sticker set, and then we've got the patch. It's a 3x2 patch. Usually, do I even have the hat on right now? I think I do, right? I think I have the hat on right now. Yeah, I do. This is the patch. So let me put me full screen here. So there's the patch. It's Velcro on the back. So, and then also, I've got the moon coin left. We've got some prismatic bumper stickers left. These are fun old school looking bumper stickers. They're 8x3. The scripts have all sold out, so no more scripts are left. And then we've got the glow in the dark shirts, which is literally what I'm wearing right now. So you can see. I would shut off the light, but it won't pick up. Glow in the dark is notorious for having a difficult time. But there you are. Yeah, Dr. Mask loves the shirt. A lot of people have loved the shirt, which is great. We're going to have a new shirt. I'm going to get to that in a second on the next campaign. But these are the shirts that are left on this campaign. And these are 2 size and with the amounts left. So whatever sells out of the shirts on this campaign, it sells out. I'm not going back to print on these shirts. It's exclusive to this campaign. And then if we have any left over, they'll go up onto the next campaign, and that'll be that. They won't get remade again. So we have a small, a medium, a large, extra large, a 2XL, and a 3XL. I think there's just one 3XL. There might be just 1 or 2 small as well. Same with the medium. There's the most left is of the large, the XL, and the 2XL. So if you guys are interested in getting the shirt, go for it. They're only going to be up until they're sold out. And then the campaign, all of this is going to be up until the campaign closes. But whatever is left over is going to eventually find its way onto either the Alterna site, or it's going to find its way onto King Cryptid's new campaign. And then, of course, we have the short box. We still have the short box left. So if you guys wanted to pick that up, go for it. But that's all what we've got right now, and that's going to be up there to the end of it. So again, if you did miss out over the past year or so, feel free, pick it up and get some of the stuff you may have missed out on. So I'm going to give this a refresh. I don't think we had any backers as I was talking. No, we didn't. So the link it should be still pinned to the top of the chat. If it isn't, I'm going to put it in here again for you guys. And Metatron says they glow, and it's spectacular. Leo says, I suggest people buy everything in this campaign. I did and couldn't be happier. I got to tell you, Leo, goodness gracious, man. I sent Leo, I think, 2 huge boxes of King Cryptid. And thank you, brother. Goodness. And again, you know, you guys really just... I did not realize when I was making this that it was gonna strike a chord with a bunch of you guys. That's always just an added bonus, you know, when you're making a story like this and you're trying to make something that matters to you. It's an added bonus when other people enjoy it. I always try first and foremost, I want people to enjoy it, but I want myself, I want to enjoy it as well. I want to make sure that I'm having fun making this. And to have a lot of the readers like Leo, Dr. Mask, Metatron, Jefferson Roswell, all you guys, to have you guys send me some of the messages that you sent me over the course of the past month or so, to see you guys support in such ways and be excited for more of this, because I have so much more. Every year we're going to be doing a King Cryptid campaign. I have so many more stories to tell. If this was it for King Cryptid and it was the first 4 issues, you know, I'd still be proud of them. I'd still love them. But knowing the fact that there's so much to do and you guys are here for it, I gotta tell you, it means a lot. It means a lot. There's really nothing I can say more than that without blabbering on more than I already am. But it's a character that means a lot to me, and I hope it eventually means a lot to a lot of people out there too. Even some people that have been sending me messages about how their kids, I got one King Cryptid reader who was saying that their kid was bringing the issues. He loved the issues so much. He's bringing them to school, and he's sharing them at like the library. You know, you share like a show and tell almost kind of a thing, and that just blows my mind, because all I could think of when I was a kid and I was into, you know, all the weird kind of stuff and comic books and everything else too. And that's the stuff that I wanted to bring and share. And I wanted to talk about these characters or these stories or whatever it was. And then all I could think is like, that's like me, you know, when I was a kid, being excited about these things and these characters and these stories. And all I could think is, I hope it really, if it didn't ignite a love of comics or these kinds of characters and stories, I hope it keeps that fire burning, you know, and it keeps that spark of imagination and wonder within that kid. And as they grow up, maybe the world hopefully isn't as dark, cold, and cynical, and it's still full of wonder and the unknown. Because you're gonna need that. You need that. It keeps you alive, I think. You know, it keeps you from withering up inside. So it just to get stories like that of these kids that are so excited about the character and the stories, and they're looking forward to more, and it's incredible. And it just, I don't know, to get stories like that is great. To hear that from the readers out there and the parents out there too that are sharing these issues with their kids, because King Cryptid isn't it's never going to be a mature rated series. It's always going to be something that I view it that, like, if you read comics in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or whatever, you know, if you were reading X-Men in the 80s, King Cryptid is the same maturity level. You know, it's technically all ages in a way. But if you say all ages nowadays, a lot of people think that it's written for kids. So it's kind of almost inaccessible to adults. It's not going to give them anything in terms of entertainment value or story. And it's certainly not going to challenge kids and make them think and make them really wonder about certain things in terms of the fantastical nature of the world and creatures and heroism and all these things. But it's great to see people that are sharing that and talking about it like that. Anyway, so that's what's on the site right now. Again, the link is right here. It's also pinned to the top of the chat. Now, I really want to share this with you guys. So let me bring that up. Hold on 1 second here. Let me just copy and paste that. All right. So this is just a teaser for the next campaign. And what I mean by that is this. This image here that you see is going to be on the next glow-in-the-dark shirt on the next campaign. This is by Nick Hunter. And this image is going to play a big part. It's going to also be on the next collector box. It's going to be on the back of it. It's also going to be on the trading card binder. We're going to have a King Cryptid trading card binder. So picture a black binder with this big image on it. And it's going to have the King Cryptid logo underneath and say trading card series. So we're going to have a binder on the next campaign. We're going to have a new collector box that connects with the previous collector box as we build up that 5-box set. This is going to be a glow-in-the-dark shirt, like I said. Just a wonderfully badass image of King Cryptid. And Nick Hunter just knocked it out of the park with that. So I cannot wait to get this on there. It might be on another image or another item or two. We'll see. There's a couple of items I'm going to have, of course, on the campaign that don't have this image. But I'm excited about this one because of the key items that this thing is going to be on. Seer says, just take all of my money then. And yeah, it is. It's sweet. And it's going to make an awesome glow-in-the-dark shirt. It's going to be a really cool trading card binder. Just a beautiful, beautiful image. And so yeah, so I can't wait to get that to you guys. We got a couple other items on there too. We're going to have a trading card box. Now, what I mean by that is if you were a trading card collector, especially, let's say in the 90s, in the heyday of comic book trading cards, you probably got a trading card box or two, and you know, the packs would be them and all that good stuff. So we're going to have a similar thing. We're going to have it's going to be shrink wrapped and sealed. with the trading card box. And this is going to have art. This art is going to be on it. Now, the box can be technically reused to put whatever else you want to put in there. It's going to be about, I say about 4x6 or 4x7, something like that. Not 4x7, 4x5, something like that. And about 4 inches tall. I have 20 packs in there. And every single trading card box is going to have a guaranteed sketch card and a guaranteed signed card. We're still going to be keeping the odds, though, of getting a sketch card at 1 out of 50, unless, of course, you get the box. Now, of course, because of that, the box is going to be slightly more expensive than if you got 20 regular packs at $5 a piece. So it'll probably be about $125 for the box instead of $100 for 20 packs. But you get the box, and like I said, you get a guaranteed sketch card in there. We're going to have a bunch of great artists again making sketch cards for King Cryptid on the Series 2. And Series 2 is going to have cards, let's see, we're going to have issues 5 to 9. So it's 5 issues. So we'll have 10 cards on there because we'll have front and backs. And I'm really mulling over like a foil card or something like that as an insert. I got to see what I could work with here. But either way, we're going to have some really great stuff in there. The trading card box, like I said, you're going to get a lot of people were going, man, I bought like 30 packs and my luck, I didn't get a signed card or a sketch card. If you really want it, go for it. There's going to be limited though. There's only going to be 20 of these boxes made. And then there's going to be a different perk too, where you can actually subscribe to the entire campaign and get every single thing that's on it, along with all the new moon and full moon perks. I'm also going to have another tier that's like it's going to be called the super moon box. And basically you get the issues, and then you also get every full moon and new moon special that comes along. There's going to be, I believe it's either going to be 12 or 14 of them. I got to see again and reference how many things I have. But this way, if you want to get every single thing, you can get every single thing. And I'm still mulling over the price point for both of those. But I know a lot of people wanted certain things and they missed out on them because of the availability and the limited time frame and things like that. But we'll have that up on the campaign. Lots of great stuff on this. I don't want to tease too much of it just yet, but that's what I'm teasing for now. And it says, joke's on you, you're gonna have to ship it all that to me. I'm fine with that. Jaded One, yeah, it's awesome. It looks great. I love it. Nick did a great job. And Metatron says worth it, and says Leo says I see a few of those boxes in my future. And I'm honestly even mulling that over, whether I just take off the limited cap on it, or I just put a limit on it. A part of me really says take the limit off because I want everybody to get it. So last time what happened on the campaign is in 2 weeks, all the trading cards sold out. And this campaign was up for basically a year. I think I'm just going to let the trading cards fly. No limit, but still keep it. So let's say, like, I don't know, I had 500 packs available. Let's say 3,000 packs sell. Goodness gracious. Let's say 3,000 packs sell. I'm still going to keep it, and I'll just commission more sketch cards. I'm still going to keep it at a 1 out of 50 ratio, and then we'll see how many boxes sell too. I think I'll do that. I'd rather have people get what they want to get as opposed to the forced scarcity factor of it. I think we'll do that. Yeah. But either way, Dr. Mask says I couldn't wait, so I backed it again. Thank you so much, Dr. Mask. I'm looking forward to getting those out to you. But yeah, there's so much cool stuff to come on the next campaign. Between the issues, I can't show you the art just yet because there's a lot of really cool cover art to go with it, and some really sweet interior art. There's time for that. But I wanted to at least tease some of this. Now, of course, I do want to talk about this as well. Let me see what I mean by this. So just a quick update on the Alterna winter campaign. All right, so this is on both Alterna site and Indiegogo. I'm putting updates on the main pages for both the total raised and production updates and things like that. These books are going to print in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then it probably takes about another 2 weeks to get them to me, and then fulfillment is going to be lightning fast. 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. I feel like I'm a fulfillment pro now more than ever after this King Cryptid campaign. Goodness. So you guys will be getting these books very, very, very soon. And these are still active campaigns. So this is on in demand on Indiegogo, and then you can go to Alterna's site as well. If you go to Alterna's site, what you're going to see is this too. It might look a little confusing, but so I'm combining the backer totals and the total raised so you guys can see what's what. So on this campaign, 503 total backers between the Alterna site and Indiegogo, and then 15,764 raised, again, between both, with the $10,000 pre-order goal that was met a couple months ago. There's still a bunch on here in terms of the comics and whatnot to get, but all the rest of it, the Unit 44 shirt, a couple other things too, I forget at this point. All that's done, all that's here. It's ready to get shipped out. And some of it already has gotten shipped out. Some of you guys might have already gotten your Unit 44 shirt with your King Cryptid backer items. So yeah, so this is going to go to print very soon. Now, I'm going to also give you a teaser of what's to come for tomorrow, because tomorrow's a big day. So not only is the King Cryptid campaign closing out tomorrow, technically and officially, but the new alternate campaign is launching tomorrow. So on this campaign, again, it's going to be on Indiegogo and it's going to be on alternacomics.com. Right now, this is the preview that you could see here. We're going to have Blood Realm number 13, complete brand new Blood Realm book. Rob did not have a campaign for this book, so this is going straight to an alternate campaign. Red Koi number 7, Unit 44 number 8, and Wolf and Batsy 8 and 9. And that's Fall of the House of Zagzog, Part 1 and Part 2 for Wolf and Batsy. So with this, we're going to have a flexible goal on the Indiegogo campaign of $2,023. The reason being, I'm keeping it flexible because I don't want to necessarily force people to... I listened to you guys when you backed Indiegogo and said, I would have backed on the Alterna site, but I wanted to make sure you guys hit your goal. And I put a $5,000 fixed goal on the last campaign. So this time it's a flexible goal, and it's 2023, just because of the year. And I'm going to put the full complete $10,000 goal listed on the Alterna site. And I'm going to update too as we go along. So the same way that I'm updating on the other campaign, I'm going to update on this campaign too, so you can see the total raised between both sites. And I give a full explanation here of the $10,000 goal. I'll go in more depth on that tomorrow. And your pre-orders essentially make these books possible. I want that to be known. So if we don't hit the goal, these books don't go to print. So it's not a guarantee that these books will be printed unless, of course, we hit that goal. Now, we haven't ever had a problem hitting the goal, but I just feel the need to reiterate that just in case. And again, we got 5 issues on this campaign. It's pretty much the same as the previous campaigns with how they're run. The Alterna series trading cards, we've got the Agent Gibson Alterna foil card. The only difference on the trading cards for this one. Now, you still get the bonuses for free of the regular series. The foil card, the price has gone through the roof. So I can't offer these for free anymore. I think it's a supply chain thing, something. I don't know what it is, but the price has gone up like 40%. So again, I can't offer these for free, but I do still offer these as something you could purchase on the side. So you can get all 3 cards for $3. Again, you're getting the regular cards still for free, but the foil card you would get as a bonus. Or you can even, in the add-on section, you can get the foil cards just $2. So if you do want to continue the set of the foil cards, you can purchase that separately at $2. The perk previews, we got a lot of great stuff on this campaign. Now you might be noticing that King Cryptid image with Nick Hunter that he made. That's going to be a collector case insert exclusive to this campaign. So on this $200 collector bundle, we're just going to have 25 up. It's going to be 25 on this Indiegogo, and then 25 of it available on the Alterna site. You get a collector case, you get the King Cryptid campaign exclusive insert there, the front insert. I'm going to sign that in the top left corner. And you get a 5x7 sketch commission, so that double-sized sketch card with Tyler Wentland, Brian Baugh, Rob Geronimo, and myself will be the artists that you could choose from. And also there's the 4 blank variant covers here that you can also have one of us draw for you. And you get the print comics. You get also the digital comics too. I'm going to put that with this in case you want the digital copies. 6x9 print set, trading cards, and oh goodness, I forgot the Wolf and Batsy sticker. You also get the Wolf and Batsy sticker too, so I got to put that on there. It's good that I do this. This way I can see what I missed out on. You get a lot of stuff for the $200 bundle. You pretty much get everything other than this, the Unit 44 short box. So the Unit 44 short box it's probably going to be, and I hate to say it, but I'm okay with saying it at the same time, probably going to be the coolest looking short box we've done. And I've got a King Cryptid short box out there and done, and I love it. But Wes and Alex, although Wes says it's primarily Alex that came up with this wraparound art that they have around the entire short box is phenomenal. This is going to be a really great looking short box. So this is going to be on the campaign. If you've got the Blood Realm short box or the King Cryptid short box, it's the same short box. It's the same quality short box. Holds 150 comics, and there's going to be an insert at the bottom there as well. And this thing is just incredible. Alex did such a terrific job with the art. It's amazing. It's redefined the short box game for future short boxes to come. So I'm a little jealous of it. I'm a little jealous. It's great. It's a fantastic box. Great artwork on there. And I'm glad that Alex is a King Cryptid artist too. Maybe I'll have to have him do a future King Cryptid short box and do a wraparound or something. But either way, this is a wonderful box. It's going to be on the campaign. We got the 6x9 print set. We got, like I said, the collector case insert. You can see what it looks like on the left, and then what it would look like inside of the collector case in the front pocket. And again, I'm going to sign that on the top left. And then we've got the collector case bundle. We're going to have an option where you can choose what Alterna logo you want on there. The red holo, the black holo, the silver holo. These are all holofoils. Or a glow in the dark, or the new prismatic logo. We've never had that before on a box, on the collector case. So you could pick that, or you can get all 5, and you essentially get one of the cases for free if you get all 5 cases. It's up to you. I know some of you guys still have a lot of those collector case inserts that you could put a bunch of the cases to good use with those inserts. The double-size sketch card, like I said, Rob, myself, Tyler, and Brian are going to be doing art for these. And then the Wolf and Batsy sticker. It's a 4x4 sticker. It's going to have a nice mirrored finish. So it's going to look really shiny and glossy and all that good stuff. If you had the Wolf and Batsy t-shirt, you know what this image looks like because that's the same image that's on the shirt. And then these are the comic book previews. So we got Blood Realm 13. We got Red Koi 7. Unit 44 8, Wolf and Batsy 8, and Wolf and Batsy 9. And again, this launches tomorrow night. These are going to go live around 8 to 8:30 on both Indiegogo and Alterna's site. And then these will be featured tomorrow night on a launch stream at 9 o'clock. And hopefully we can get some of the other Alterna guys on that stream too. But yeah, so this is just a preview for you guys. You can see what's what. The same as it ever was. You know how the Alterna campaigns run at this point. But yeah, lots of good stuff. Add-ons on this campaign, though, the biggest difference. Last campaign did not have any add-ons of back issues that correlated with the series. Again, I'm listening to you guys, and a lot of you guys said, could you put the back issues that have to do with the books that are on the campaign? Because I'm just discovering Alterna for the first time. And yes, that still happens, as great as that is. I want to make sure I can get everything in one shot, and I'd rather back on Indiegogo than the website. That's the whole point of this. We're giving you an option, Indiegogo or the website. So now the back issues that correlate with the new issues are add-ons as well, whatever we have in stock. And again, it's the same thing. You guys can see the quick preview too. And I promise I'll get back to the chat in just 1 second. I can't see you guys just yet. But let me see. Does it pop up? Yeah. So this is a preview of what it's going to look like for the Alterna site tomorrow. And again, it's pretty much an identical campaign. There's no secret perk on the Indiegogo. Everything is the same thing. The only difference is because on the Alterna site, you get free shipping on orders of 30 or more. I had to slightly increase the cost of the Unit 44 short box and the short box house because those things are expensive to ship. We ship them UPS and we get giant special boxes for them, wrap them in bubble wrap, all that good stuff. So they're expensive to ship, and unfortunately I can't price it at 35 and take the hit on shipping because then we actually lose a significant amount of money on those. So thank you for understanding. But it all comes out in the wash in terms of what the price would be like for you because of the way shipping works out. If you want to just get those on Indiegogo instead, then you could do that too. But it's pretty much going to cost you the same thing. So other than that, we have the rest of it here. It's literally all the same pricing and the same kind of items being offered. So that's that on there. Let me just check with the chat for a second. SDA, what's up, SDA? Hope you're doing well. Dr. Mass says, Alex is the Frankie B of short boxes. Yeah, holy smokes, right? That short box is incredible. Leo says, so collector bundle, case bundle, and Unit 44 box it is. Thank you, Leo. Yeah, man, it's going to be a cool box. If you were a fan of the way the Alterna not collector boxes, the Alterna short boxes have come out with the King Cryptid box and the Blood Realm box. Again, it's the same manufacturer, the same people, the same everything, just the different image. And what an image it's going to be. Man, oh man, I cannot wait. And thank you, SDA, for putting out that shout out there for the link on the campaign. Appreciate it. So the last thing that I want to share with you guys before we say goodnight. All right. So the comic book newsstand launching tomorrow as well. It's a big day tomorrow. We got the Alterna campaign launching. We got King Cryptid closing down officially. And then we also have comicbooknewsstand.com launching as well. Now, this is what it looks like to you guys. Right? You go to comicbooknewsstand.com, powered by Alterna Comics. It's basically a domain forwarding to the Alterna site. We have this thing listed here separately. I didn't want to have a separate hosting until I knew this was going to officially take off. And who knows, maybe I'll never do a separate hosting. It's not necessarily needed. But right now, submissions are open, and the page is going to go live on June 1st. We have over 50 listings right now on Comic Book Newsstand. It's ready to go. So this is what I mean. You guys are going to be the first to see it. The first to see it. So this is Comic Book Newsstand. This is what it's going to look like. You might be thinking, what the heck is this, Pete? So if you missed last week's show, I talked about it for that entire show, actually. This is what it's going to look like. As you can see, it is as close to a digital newsstand as it's going to sort of get in terms of you're seeing the images of the books, the covers, and you're seeing what's the name of the books and things like that. You get a little more information than you would usually get at a newsstand. So we've got the publisher right after we list the title of the book, of course, with any issue number or volume or book or whatever it is in a series. You got the publisher, then you've got the genre, one or two of them, and then you've got the age rating as well. So these will essentially aggregate a lot of crossover for people. And what I mean by that is if you were to click on these, it takes you and opens up a new window. It takes you to wherever it is that it's going to take you, whether that's a crowdfunder on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or Fund My Comic or wherever it is, or it's the website where the book is available, or it's I don't know, maybe it's Amazon.com. There's some people who have their stuff listed here where it'll take you to Amazon. The whole point of this is essentially to offer a place where you can visit this page and find and discover something new alongside something maybe you knew about. So you see there's some alternate listings here, but they're also alongside a lot of other books that are not alternate books at all. This is 100% free. It takes about 2 minutes to fill out this form and then upload the cover image, 200 pixels wide by 300 tall. And then we get it listed on the site the next day. Simple as that. Easy peasy. Give me the link in terms of where you want people to go when they click on it, and that's that. Now, when we get 100 listings, right now we got, I think, 52 or 53. When we get 100, I'm going to start dividing this up by genre. And we're going to see there's going to be different newsstands by genre. And you can click on them, and they'll be at the top. And you can click on whether it's horror or superhero or action, whatever it may be. You can then click on it and then visit that newsstand. So if you're into that kind of thing, that kind of genre, you can see what's available and what people have going on that have submitted to the site. And then you can go visit and maybe support that campaign or pick up that book. Maybe it's active and live right now. Eventually, if the site starts growing and growing and growing, I'm going to have things separated by crowdfunding, what's available now to purchase, all that kind of stuff. So we'll have more newsstands added to this. We'll always have a main page of technically these new releases that come in. But I think for now, it's going to kind of look like this, like one main newsstand image with these cover images that you could essentially browse through and see what's what. And the whole idea of this is essentially to say, oh, well, look at that. Jupiter looks pretty good. I'm going to go click on that. It's to provide one place for a lot of different books that maybe they're all not on one site. Maybe they're all not funding on Indiegogo or Fund My Comic or on their own personal sites or whatever it may be. But if you go to Comic Book Newsstand, you can essentially see all of these books and discover some stuff that you didn't really know about that existed beforehand. And now you see it. So even if you've got an Indiegogo campaign or whatever it may be, I know some people are experiencing, unfortunately, a shadow ban on their Indiegogo campaign. Well, now you can send it into Comic Book Newsstand. There's no such thing as shadow banning here. And eventually we'll have a search feature too here that you could look up, whatever. It might not even be needed, honestly, depending on how the newsstands roll out. But there's no such thing as shadow banning on Comic Book Newsstand. You can find anything and everything. The images are right there. The links always work. And it's a beautiful thing. So if you've got a campaign that's like that, if you've got a campaign that's not like that, if you just have a campaign that's in demand, if you've got a pre-launch page, if you've got a web comic, if you're giving your comic away for free, whatever it may be, as long as you've got a cover image and a link that someone can go visit it, and whatever it is that's there is there, send it into Comic Book Newsstand. Again, it's free. It takes 2 minutes. Seriously, might even take you less if you already have the images relatively ready to go. And then that's it, you're done. And then the next day it gets listed. So it's as simple as that. Hopefully it helps people out. I mean, you can see there's some really great ones here. Every single thing you see here was submitted by the project owner or the creator of the book, that kind of a thing. So you might see some stuff that looks familiar to you, like War Party, Wraith of God. We got Terror in the Trenches. All this great stuff on here where you can find, Edwin was just in here. I don't know if he's still in here, but Raid of the White Leopard, he had sent that in. We got Logan, his book is in here. Where is that? Right there, Firewatch. So we got a lot of great stuff in here where people are sending these in to get listed. And I hope we get a lot more of it in the future too. This is always going to stay free. And it's always going to essentially look like this. Just clean, easy, and simple to navigate. Again, this is not live just yet. This is just a preview for you guys. So once it is live, all the links are ready to go, and then you can just have at it. But that's going to go live tomorrow. So again, tomorrow's a big day. Big day. All right. So I'm glad you guys are digging it. Sweet. So yeah, Dr. Mask already seeing new things. That's the thing, I'm seeing all these people out there that are working their asses off, and I know how disheartening it is to kind of feel like you're making something and it's it's not being seen or discovered or whatever it may be. And, you know, there's growing pains with that. I get it. It's going to happen. But I've been wanting to do this type of thing for a couple of years now. And I think the more and more the marketplace shifts towards people being able to be their own self-publisher. That's a little bit redundant. But the more that it evolves to be that way, the more something like this is going to be more valuable than even a publisher. Because people are always going to need to have some place where they can have cross promotion, and then readers are going to always need some place too that makes it easy for them to discover stuff in one place, you know, and without it being like, I'm not taking a cut of any of the sales that are on there. Good. I hope it makes a lot of money for a lot of people. I hope people discover more books. I hope people keep sending them in so they can get them listed. I hope it grows and we've got hundreds, if not thousands, of titles on there one day. And then every month I'm going to check all of the links, make sure things are still active. If someone sends me a crowdfunder and it goes inactive, not in demand, but it's closed out. That's why I didn't list King Cryptid on it. I'm going to remove it then. Because what's the point? You're going to go and see a campaign that's ended. But I'm going to do that and make sure we keep up with it. And it's something that I could do. It doesn't take a lot of time for anyone involved. And it provides this fun little browsing experience that mirrors what it would be like if you're standing in front of a newsstand and you're seeing all the new releases and whatnot, or you go to your local comic shop and you're seeing things. So hopefully people take advantage of that. Jaded One says, awesome. This is going to make it a lot easier for people to find the comics they're looking for. Great for the comic community. I hope so. That's just serious. That's my hope for it. That's my hope for that it actually helps people to grow a bit in terms of their audience and finding a place to cross promote, you know. Right now it's sorted by alphabetical order, in case you're wondering how is it sorted right now. So it'll always be sorted by alphabetical order, but it'll eventually be sorted by genre and things like that too, the more listings we get on there. Right now it's kind of silly to have sorted by genre. You click on it and there's like 4 books. So even there's a probably sci-fi and horror is the biggest genre for the books that are on Comic Book Newsstand right now. But even then, it's still like 10 to 15. You know, if you were to click on that, it just doesn't make any sense yet. But once we get more on there, we'll start sorting them. Yeah, apparently I'm not busy enough. You know, just I'm like, I got 5 minutes today. You know, what am I going to do with these 5 minutes? I think I'll make a website. If it helps people out, I'm happy to do it, and I hope it does help people out. All right, so that's it for me. One last check on the King Cryptid campaign. Let's do that, and then we'll say good night. All right, so here we go. Where is the link? There it is. All right, so the campaign, wow, it's at 41,240. Thank you guys so much. Holy smokes. Again, thank you for your support on this campaign. This closes out technically tomorrow, so if you're watching this video in a couple hours or even tomorrow, fret not. You've got till 3 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow to back the campaign, pick up some of the things you might have missed out on, and that's it. Once it closes, and then we'll see you again. At least King Cryptid will see you again in about a month. But that's about it. And also, Kier, I don't think it arrived yet, but Kier, you've got a surprise coming to you in the mail. So keep me posted when it arrives. And thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a big supporter of everything Alterna and King Cryptid especially. And Leo says Pete has a Pete AI. Oh, good grief. Let's hope not. The first thing that AI is going to do is take me out. And I don't mean for dinner. All of a sudden I'll be on here one day and you'll be like, Pete doesn't seem like Pete. Something's weird. Wayne, and he's weirder than usual in a bad way. Hope you're doing well, Wayne. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. And hey, Adam Warlock, what's up? Says, hey, Pete, how do I get trading card number 6? I have all of them except that one. Hopefully you're able to maybe trade with somebody, or someone's able to either send it to you or sell it to you. I'm thinking you mean trading card number 6 of the King Cryptid series. Either way, whether it's King Cryptid trading card number 6 or it's Alterna series number 6. Maybe somebody in the chat could help out Adam Warlock and get that to him. Logan says, it's true, you've talked too much smack. The robots are after you. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Our days are all numbered with AI anyway. But the way some people are championing AI, that's a conversation for another day. And it'll also be featured in an issue of King Cryptid at one point in time, but we'll get to that when that happens. Leo says, I have a few of those. We'll send one for free. Look at that. Look at that. Gotta love Leo. So yeah, Leo and Adam Warlock, hope you guys connect and get that going. And then this way you can have a complete Series 1 set, Adam. All right. So that's it. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Do it up. All right. So that's that. And Lion Mill asks, are you going to reprint Blood Realm Giant Volume 1? Or are you out of luck? You may be out of luck. I would suggest searching eBay for that. You might get lucky. But we're not... I'll tell you right now, I've said this before, but I'll reiterate it again. Unless an issue sells out within the first 3 months of the release of it, within the first 3 months, we are not going back to print. And when it comes to Giants, we are 100% never going back to print on Giants. It's just too costly to do a run just to fulfill maybe 5 to 10 orders. Because we got to print like 1,000 of them. It just doesn't make sense to do that. So I wish you luck. And with your eBay hunt or whatever, you might get lucky. You might find it even at a comic book shop, because that did go through distribution. But I wish you luck with it. And thank you for understanding. Appreciate it. And thank you for just even wanting it to begin with. Let's see. Adam says, King Cryptid was awesome. Looking forward to the next campaign. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. And hey, Buddha Bear, what's up? You're saying hello, and I'm going to be saying goodbye. But thank you for stopping by. And everybody else, thank you guys for stopping by, too. Again, thank you guys for your support on this campaign. It closes tomorrow night, technically. But tomorrow night is a big night. We've got Alterna launching a new campaign. It'll be a live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. And comicbooknewsstand.com goes live tomorrow. Even though you guys saw a little bit of that preview of what's to come, I hope that really takes off so it can help as many people as possible. We'll be doing promotions and tweeting it out on the Comic Book Newsstand Twitter, and on Instagram we'll be making posts about it too. All right, guys, everybody, have a good night. Take it easy, and I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully, on the Alterna channel, when we launch tomorrow's campaign. Everyone, thank you so much once again, and have a wonderful evening.